All right, so this past week I went undefeated with probably what I think is like the most overlooked red leader. Nobody plays this guy. People play U7 Goku before they play this guy. Um, Everyone, I feel like, kind of just thinks that Jiren is just doing what this guy does, but better. And obviously, I disagree, right? Because I chose to build this deck over Jiren. I think that this guy is super underrated, and I just kind of wanted to talk about my list for UI Goku and just talk about kind of how it went at the tournament. So we played our little 3-rounder that we always do. Round 1, I played against Yellow Vegeta. Pretty straightforward matchup. You just keep applying pressure, keep clearing board. Unfortunately for Yellow Vegeta, your deck inherently with minus just gets over the 3-cost Vegeta's protection for your whole board because it's minus, so they die by game mechanic. Which is unfortunate, but that is just simply the case, right? So that is really good for us. That's also kind of just like one of the best parts about playing red in general, is that minus is going to get over a lot of those sort of like can't be KO'd or whatever, can't leave the battle area by your opponent's effect sort of type of protections, which is just a little bit broken. So I beat Yellow Vegeta. Basically just, like I said, clear board. And then, like, whenever the time comes where you've whittled their hand down so much, you can just finally kill Barry or Frieza and then close the game out. So yeah, I won that one. Then I played against Yellow Janemba. Again, pretty straightforward. I literally got all 4 secret rares out, and he stunned them consecutively, but could never get them all, right? So I ended up kind of winning out by just chaining the secret rares. That's kind of the deck's main win condition, is you just chain the secret rares. And then the third round, I actually played against Green Vegeta, because my buddy was like, hey, I want to play Green Vegeta for the tournament tonight. So I built a list for him, and he was 2-0 until round 3, and then he played me, and I beat him because... well, unfortunately, there is a specific card in this deck that the deck that, like, green really as a color just has almost 0 out for, except for a warm greeting. So, yeah, that was my kind of little tournament report. And yeah, we'll talk about the list now. So let's start by talking about the leader himself, right? One attacking, draw. Awaken, when your life is at 3 or less, flip this card over. If you notice something particular, which is probably something that really strays a lot of people away from this deck, is he does not draw and flip. Moreover, on the backside, which, by the way, god damn, this card looks awesome, it doesn't draw when attacking. It is activate battle once per turn. So this is, just activate battle once per turn, not opponent's turn, not my turn, just once per turn activate battle. You choose any battle card in the battle area. This card's original power becomes the same as that card's power for the battle. So oftentimes what happens is you will just stay on the front the entire game. You'll stay on the front literally almost until the very final turn or two, if you can help it, and then you'll flip and just win the game. If you're forced to flip early on 3 or 2, then you do so, and then you can just basically become this very obnoxious wall that your opponent cannot get through. It's very good. I see why it doesn't draw on flip. I feel like it probably could have drawn on flip. But I definitely see why it does not draw on the backside at all. This effect is very powerful, especially in tandem with Top Arena and stuff. Yeah, super overlooked leader in my opinion. So let's talk about the actual deck. So it is filled with a ton of cantrips. I feel like most decks this format have a ton of cantrips, but we have 4 Shin. This searches literally almost every card that you want to search. This adds any U7 card, as most people probably know. That's a little ignorant. It adds super combos and himself. Very stupid. 4 Roshi, it's just, on play draw. 4 Piccolo, same exact card, both U7. So yeah, 12 cantrips, and then it's going to be 4 Whis. This card is a problem, right? This is better than Kami, this is better than Giryu, this is better than Frieza, better than Zamasu, because it's minus, and minus is just the best removal in the game. It's also activate main. This card should probably go to 1 or be banned. This card's very annoying. So yeah, we definitely play 4 copies. For the 2 drops, there's really not a lot. We're looking at 4 Chi-Chi, 10k combo, blocker, on-play draw. We're trying to play very defensively, really at like most stages of the game, until we're like moving into 6-7 energy. Then we just want to slam secret rares every turn. And if we're not slamming secret rares, we want to play on defense still, right? So yeah, it's going to be 4 Chi-Chi for the reasons I've stated. 3 Fua. This is something that I'm like kind of so-so about this card. I sometimes want this to be Goku Mini DA, so that like I can self-take life if I want to get to 3, and then I have a 30k guy once I flip, and he's 10k combo. The only problem is, you know, it's a mandatory life take, so I figured while I don't use this guy that much, it has come up, and it did come up even in the tournament and just online and in testing. This card is good. It's just kind of weird for this deck specifically, I think. But it's 10k combo. It's a lot of minus on play, so we definitely still run it. I think it's good. There's just been other cards I have thought about floating in that spot. Yeah, I don't think that Goku Mini DA is it, though, because the life take is mandatory. So 3 drops. 3 of the Son Gohan Adolescence. This is basically, for this deck, like a mini secret rare. Because it's on play, just minus 10 everything. And then you can like swing into something with 20k. Obviously, this card is insane into Halo Coup. It's insane into a lot of stuff, because a lot of decks are like really just trying to play cantrip, 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 or whatever. So yeah, it's just really good. It's basically like a mini board wipe. It's very good on curve, as you can probably imagine. One of your more situational cards until really the late game is going to be this Vegeta, the FBO3 Vegeta. Yeah, this guy is nuts. I'll just briefly go over it. When attacking, pitch 2, and then he becomes 50. He gains 30k power until the end of your opponent's turn, and he cannot be KO'd. And then activate main once per turn. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards at 25 or less. KO it. Obviously, this works really good with Whis. Because it kind of is just a ton of pressure, right? 50k swing in, and then like your leader can just see him at 50 and just become 50, right? Because his power is +3, so it effectively makes his printed power 50. Yeah, very good. Very, very good card. Just keeps board clear. Yes, discard 2 is rough. There is a lot of 0 in this deck. Well, there's not necessarily a lot of 0, but like there's a lot of cards that are expendable, I should say. So 4 drops. Well, I mean, we know what this card does. It says draw 1 card and play Vegeta, so we played this card. The permanent, giving a 5k once your leader's flip, doesn't come up that much in this deck. It's also 10k. I mean, the card's limited. There's not really much to say, right? We play this card. So you got 1 Kefla, and then really, I think the secret MVP of the deck is this UI Goku from set 1, the old secret rare. So what it does, because some people might not know what this guy does, because I feel like he never really saw play, even when he came out. On play, you choose one of your opponent's battle card, and you minus it 15. Auto, when this card KOs an opponent's battle card, you deal 1 point of damage to your opponent. So really, this is the card I typically will go for a game with, because they're going to play something, right? I can attack with a secret rare, minus 20 a boss card, and then minus 15. So now a 40k body is living with 5. You swing into this, and you just hand dump. And it's so hard to come back from 5k into 30. You know what I mean? Like, as it is. Plus 10k combo and other cards like Glimpse. Yeah. This card, I feel, is very underutilized. And I realistically think it only fits really well with this leader. Which is very cool and thematic, right? Because it's UI Sign. And it's the UI Sign secret rare. So, kind of cool. But yeah, this card's nuts. I win so many games with this card. Because nobody sees this coming. So yeah, definitely super underutilized. We're looking at 3 Rumshi for 5 drops. 4 could potentially be a thing. I didn't really have room for 4, so I just played 3. It's 10k combo. The card is just effective and just does what it does. 2 Zeno. Just 2 of this because you just want to play. You want to play UI Goku on 6. But if you miss UI Goku, this is still like technically a board wipe, right? It's not like the best board wipe. Definitely Blue Zeno is better, but this card is still good, so I included it in the deck. And then the main boss, I mean, for UI Goku. Yeah, it's a damage negate. It's insane with this guy, because now you can block anything. You can become 40. You have top arena and stuff. Yeah, this card's nuts. Obviously, if it sticks, you basically just win, right? If it sticks and isn't stunned or whatever, you basically just win that next turn. Because there's just so much pressure. 3 top arena. This card is really important to get out realistically on curve, because it's going to let you combo out of those leader swings really early, so you don't have to waste cards. This card just super annoying. Obviously, people may have some withholdings about this card due to its history with Top Coup, but yeah, this card's nuts. Easy included in this deck. 2 Glimpse. So I actually threw this in my deck kind of as a meme. Like, I didn't know if this would actually be good in here. I know that this card is good, but I quite literally just thought about it in tandem with this guy and was like, man, I feel like that's kind of the stones, right? Because you can pitch this guy off Vegeta. You can glimpse, like Vegeta when attacking, pitch this guy, and then glimpse Vegeta to 75, buy this guy back, and then you can just play this guy, right? And then minus 15 something and just go for game. Or moreover, you can play this guy on 6 energy and close the game with Glimpse, right? Because you can go 30 into 5, Glimpse, boost 25, and then add back a 10k, and then you can combo the 10k, and now you're 65 at 5. I mean, unless your opponent's hand is super, super, super 10, they're not getting out of that, and you're winning the game. So, definitely very good. So yeah, that's why I included 2 copies here. Also, I mean, obviously the Dokkan art is very thematic with the deck as well. And then the super combo is just going to be 4 Whis, because you can search it. I mean, you can get, you can play Shin also, because you can search Shin, but just really, you just want to play a super combo that you can search off of, what's his face? Off the Shin 1-drop. So, yeah, that is my undefeated UI Goku deck. I was really trying to make Vegito work for a while and get a win with Vegito, but I just could not get through Halo Coup. I could not get through Halo Coup, and it was kind of hard to deal with Black Gogeta also. But I finally got my win with this guy, which I was also super stoked on, because I think this leader has way more potential than you know, people are giving it credit for. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. See ya. It's an ignorant red deck, so enjoy.